Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone, because today we're stepping right into the eye of the storm that has been the Toronto Blue Jays offseason. This has not been a calm, orderly winter. It's been loud, dramatic, and occasionally heart-stopping. The kind of offseason that leaves fans refreshing their feeds at midnight and questioning everything they thought they knew. And even now, with spring creeping closer, there is one name still circling the Rogers Center like a storm cloud that refuses to drift away: Framber Valdez. To understand why this matters, we have to rewind to where the emotion started. The Blue Jays entered this offseason starving for offense. The whispers were intoxicating. Alex Bregman, Cody Bellinger, Bo Bichette rumors that made no sense but still made hearts race. And of course, the long, painful saga of Kyle Tucker, a pursuit that felt like it could change the franchise forever. For weeks, it looked like Toronto was all in on firepower, ready to buy thunder and noise and scoreboard damage. Then, one by one, the doors closed. What followed could have been panic. Instead, it was a pivot that felt almost violent in its decisiveness. If the bats wouldn't come, the Blue Jays would suffocate teams instead. Run prevention became the new obsession. Shane Bieber returned. Dylan Cease arrived in a move that sent a jolt through the league. Cody Ponce and Tyler Rogers added layers of protection. Suddenly, this pitching staff looked less like a rotation and more like a fortress. But even now, something feels unfinished, and you can sense it if you listen closely. That unease comes from the money, the Kyle Tucker money, the enormous pile of cash that was prepared, approved, and never spent. That money didn't evaporate. It's still there, sitting quietly, daring the front office to do something bold with it. And in baseball, unspent star money is dangerous. You don't leave it idle. You turn it into leverage. You turn it into dominance. That's where Framber Valdez enters the conversation and why the rumors refuse to die. On paper, the rotation looks terrifying already, but there's a flaw hiding in plain sight. It's overwhelmingly right-handed. In the regular season, that can survive. In October, it gets hunted. Playoff baseball is a chess match played at sprint speed, and predictability gets punished. Left-handed bats stack lineups, managers smell blood, and suddenly even elite right-handers look mortal. A true left-handed ace changes the geometry of an entire series, and Valdez is not just a lefty, he's a problem. What makes this even more fascinating is how close the Blue Jays came to living in a completely different reality. Recent comments from insider Ben Nicholson-Smith peeled back the curtain on the Blue Jays' offseason war room, and what he revealed was eye-opening. Dylan Cease was not the only path. The front office cast a wide net, engaging with Michael King, Tatsuya Imanaga, and Zach Eflin. For a moment, any of them could have been the cornerstone of this rotation. Think about how differently this winter would be perceived if one of those names had landed instead of Cease. Michael King would have screamed pitchability and control. Imanaga would have deepened the Japanese connection alongside Kazuma Okamoto. Eflin would have felt safe, steady, perhaps even conservative. But the Jays chose Cease, and that choice told us everything. They chose power. They chose intimidation. They chose to overwhelm rather than outthink. Still, the work didn't stop there. Nicholson-Smith also confirmed that Toronto has done extensive background work on Framber Valdez. Not casual interest, real homework, real intent. The caveat is timing. For this to happen, Valdez's market would need to cool, and right now, Baltimore is widely viewed as the favorite. That's what makes this so deliciously tense. This isn't just a free agent chase, it's an AL East arms race. Imagine the symbolism for a moment. Baltimore takes Eflin, Toronto takes Cease, and Valdez hangs in the balance between them. If the Blue Jays swoop in late and steal him, it's not just a signing, it's a statement. It's a declaration that this division will be won on the mound, not with headlines. And if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, don't forget to like the video, share it with fellow Jays fans, and subscribe to the Blue Jays Report so you don't miss how this story unfolds. Technically, the fit is almost too perfect. Valdez's heavy sinker from the left side is poison for left-handed hitters. He keeps the ball on the ground, kills rallies, and shortens games. Against lineups like the Yankees and Orioles, that skill isn't a luxury, it's survival. And there's a longer view here that cannot be ignored. Kevin Gausman and Shane Bieber are both set to hit free agency after 2026. That's not a footnote, that's a flashing warning sign. Signing Valdez isn't just about next season, it's about insulating the franchise against that future shock. Pairing Valdez with Cease and Jose Barrios creates continuity. It turns a potential collapse into a controlled transition. It says this team is not chasing a one-year window, but building something that can endure. Of course, there's chaos lurking beneath the surface. Add Valdez, and suddenly there are too many starters. Someone has to move. Young arms get optioned, swingmen get repurposed, and yes, uncomfortable conversations begin about veterans and roles no one wants to accept. But that's the kind of problem championship teams create. That's what abundance looks like. So here we are. The Blue Jays missed on the marquee bats, and that hurts. But they responded by constructing a pitching machine that could strangle October itself. They flirted with alternatives, landed a monster in Cease, and now stand one bold decision away from completing the picture. If they spend the Tucker money on Framber Valdez, this offseason becomes a masterclass. If they don't, and they sit on it while rolling out an all-right-handed rotation, they are gambling with the margins. Now I want to hear from you. Do you pull the trigger and create a super rotation, or do you save the money for a mid-season bat? And would you accept the chaos that comes with adding Valdez? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe to the Blue Jays Report, and stay tuned because this roster is not finished.